into why phishing and ransomware work well together, and look at the what we would call the kill chain, right, of ransomware. So Jeff, you want to kind of just dive into this a little bit further and explain what we see?
Yeah, so there's many iterations of what people define as the kill chain, but it ultimately starts with an attacker who's ultimately trying to compromise a host. We see that, or we did see that in years past through malware and exploits. So trying to compromise the host, and obviously what they are attempting to do is promote privilege. If you can gain access to the host, promote privilege, you can basically gain access to the network and own it, but you still have to find the high value targets within that infrastructure. You've got to be able to use the proper protocols to do your data exfiltration. And really the game here for defense is to stop it anywhere along that kill chain. And so what we're seeing here is, at least as it relates to phishing and those multi-channel attacks, these crossover attacks that are coming from other means other than email, it's really them picking their channel of choice, making sure that their attack is actually making it through the existing security defenses within the organization. And they're really, really good at that because they've already done their compliance checks to make sure that they're going to get through. They're using 0-hour URLs that aren't seen by traditional and legacy detection mechanisms. But once they get that user to click on something, and we're all just well-meaning insiders, and it's really the human factor is kind of the weak link in this whole kill chain piece, because if we are presented with something that we can click on, the things that we see, you'll see here in a minute with some of the attacks that have happened most recently, these pages look real. But once you click on it, you're typically giving up something. You're basically giving it to somebody who you trust or you believe to be trustworthy. But at the end of the day, it's when that click occurs, it's when you land on that dangerous, malicious URL and you provide those credentials, whether they're yours or it's coming from a vendor compromise, that's when you get owned at this point. And that's when the backdoors occur. That's when ransomware or scareware get implemented. That's when they do rogue browser takeover. A lot of bad things can happen from URLs. So you got to be cognizant of the URLs. We don't trust them here at SlashNext. We verify them.
Yeah, perfect. So I think so.